Access Sacramento presents Hometown Sports Game of the Week. This program is funded in part by a grant from the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Access Sacramento also thanks Sharif Jewelers, fine jewelers since 1932. Sharif Jewelers, a longtime sponsor of community television.
The holiday season is over. We're into the new year. Happy 2018 to everyone. And league play is underway. And that includes the Golden Empire League. And Capital Christian High School tonight hosting a twin bill against Marysville, girls and boys. And Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week is on hand here at the Cougars Den for tonight's action. Good evening. Welcome to the Cougars Den here at Capital Christian High School. Alongside Lauren Goodman, I'm Will James. Happy to have you with us tonight. And we're anticipating the unknown tonight, so to speak. And that's because the Lady Cougars and Lady Indians met not that long ago, Lauren.
It's a fantastic Friday. Hopefully, these two teams will bring the punch that we're expecting in league play. And it's going to be a doozy.
December 29th, they hooked up, and it was a relatively tight ball game, won by Capital Christian, but things are different for this encounter. Different player personnel coming off injuries and so forth. And there you see by our graphic the spread in that game, played right here at Capital Christian High School. That was the last meeting. Tonight represents the current meeting, and the impact players will have to carry a heavy load for both ball clubs tonight. And for Ike Prince and the visiting Marysville Indians, the Indians leaders will have to play big tonight on the road here at Capital Christian.
For the Indians, we got Diadios, Canty, Abdallah, and Hudson. They're going to be a combination pack and bringing it to the Cougars tonight.
Now, Canty, Abdallah, if you like scoring, then you're dialed into the right spot. She's averaging 25.5 points per game. She will be a key concern for head coach Suzanne Baker and the Cougars. Speaking of the Cougars, the KG Cougars will have to play up as well.
You see with Johnson, Hall, and Owens, they're going to have to put a combination package as well and go ahead and dominate to go ahead and move up in league.
Elena Hall, a 4-year varsity standout, 3-year starter, closing in on a scoring record. And we'll update you more on that a little bit later because we'll be checking in with our buddy Rick Stewart. So don't wander off. We're here at Capital Christian. This is the Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Stay right there because we'll be right back. We're very happy to have you with us this evening here at Capital Christian High School for a double dip with the Hometown Sports Game of the Week. It's visiting Marysville, taking on host Capital Christian, both girls and boys. But let's check in with our buddy Rick Stewart.
All right, we've got two good coaches here in this, and for both teams here, it's quite the Ike Prince for Marysville Indians. His career record 4-13, his first year. Rookie season, obviously, inherited team returning players from 6 and 20 team. So he's got some building to do. For Capital Christian, Suzanne Baker in her 18th year, 7-8 this year, 355 and 156 is her career record. 355 wins. You don't do that easily. 13 20-win seasons, 6-time section finalist, including 5 consecutive trips, and those are from 2013 to 2017. And back-to-back Section D5 championships in 2015, 2016. 355 wins for a head coach. You can see Suzanne Baker right there. Tremendous accomplishment. Guys, we'll send it back up to you with both coaches in tow.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stewart. And a nice crowd on hand tonight here at Capital Christian, including their great band, Don't Wander Off. We will be right back for tonight's opening tip-off and starting lineups. Stay with us.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
Masterful rendition of our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner, courtesy of the Capital Christian Band, directed by Jim Papareber, A+. Well, we're fixing to get underway, so settle in and relax, because we got some court combat coming up, ×2. Let's meet the starting lineups here in the girls' game. The Marysville Indians under first-year head coach Ike Prince, as they come in with a 4-13 mark overall, 1-3 in the Golden Empire, and they'll open with the Dios, Canty Abdallah at the guards, Leety at a forward wing type position, Julia Hill the same, and underrated, undersized junior post Raina Hudson in the middle for the Indians. For Suzanne Baker's Capital Christian Cougars, the hosts come in at 7-8 overall, 3-1 in the Golden Empire League. That defeat coming just 2 days ago at the hands of West Campus. So they'll open with Cassidy Johnson, a sophomore point guard. Adia Williams, also a soph. Elena Hall, their veteran and scoring ace. Freshman Bridget Donlin breaking the starting lineup, and veteran post Tamaya Owens. in the middle. A rousing ovation here to get things going. Good crowd. And there's that fight song. Ohio State would be proud of that. That's one of the best bands in the region right there. You can hear why. Well, the game is in good hands tonight. There you see Chris Christensen. He's our umpire in tonight's tandem. And he'll be working with referee Grant Fleming, keeping things fair and square in the girls' game, followed by the boys' game. Chris Christensen monitoring some of the most important games in the Sac Joaquin section for the past decade plus. Visiting Marysville takes the floor in their road black trimmed in orange. The Indians, and host Capital Christian in their home whites trimmed in medium blue. At the jump circle, the freshman Donlin slaps it. Hall's got the rock. First possession for the host Cougars. Tap away and a steal. Early turnover. That was from behind.
And here's Canty Abdallah getting to the break early.
Well, a whistle and a foul as sneaking inside Julia Hill, who drew the foul. And she'll go to the stripe, and Tamaya Owens called for an early foul. Breaking out with an opportunity from the stripe, the Indians. Free throwing not one of their strong areas, so they can help themselves, but 0 for 2. Flat foot rebound, track down.
And here we see Marysville with the 2-3 defense, keeping it real basic defensively.
Kling, an outside shot missed, and here's a scuffle for the board. Possession arrow to the Indians. 1-0 Marysville.
And here we see the Cougars now coming out with a full court defense, but that was leading to a quick foul.
So Elena Hall picks up the foul. They're going to have to really be careful on foul trouble. 1 on Owens, 1 on Hall here in the opening 30 seconds. Non-shooting though. Indians in their half-court set. Jumper on the way. Back rim, no. On the miss there by DeDios. Hall, short. Save try, well done. Owens able to slam it off the nearest Indian.
And that was great hustle there by the big player. I'm interested to see how much more she brings.
Baseline inbound. Hall blocked out of there. Gets it back, muscles it up. That was blocked as well. Follow up by Owens, missed. 3 tries, nothing doing.
Indians physical on the inside.
Here she comes, Canty Abdullah. Dish it off, fast break layup, missed. Rebound pulled down there by Johnson. The sophomore point guard goes to Hall. Just underway. 1-0 Marysville over Capital Christian. Baseline J, long by a foot at least.
Still everybody getting those pregame jitters out or first start jitters, so not looking too good. I know coaches wish it was better, but hopefully they can get some rhythm here in this scoring tandem that hopefully will get interesting. Great handle.
Canty Abdullah, long on the J, flat foot rebound Owens. Elena Hall, big-time scorer in 4 varsity seasons, has another shot blocked. Doing the job inside the underrated post, Raina Hudson. And a foul at the other end.
And we're going to be seeing this probably all night. Canty Abdullah being able to just put her head down and get to the rim. She can score in bundles, so I know she's going to be at a fast pace tonight.
Fouls on Cassidy Johnson, her first second team foul, and as a result, Canty Abdullah at the stripe to shoot 2. And substitutions. She's averaging 25.5 per game, despite being multiple defenses, and a put back on a leak out. Wow. Hill.
That was a great putback by Hill. Way to be around the basket at the right time and just finishing the easy bucket. Again, you see Marysville in this 2-3 defense, just trying to clog up the middle.
Nice touch. Donlin, the freshman. Four to Marysville. Feed the post. Nice overplay by Owens. Held ball tie-up. Alternating possession to the Cougars. Call it a Marysville turnover. Elena Hall up the floor. Shove it on the right side there to Elledge. Another sophomore. Cassidy Elledge fires away. Down! This is a very good-looking trio of sophomores that Coach Baker has going for her, and that includes Williams, Cassidy Johnson, and Cassidy Elledge off the bench just now with that J. A 4-4 tie. We've played just about 4 minutes.
Great defense on the inline. Then Owens coming in there with that physicality, getting that strip.
Turnover there. Hall takes it strong and draws the foul. Chris Christensen with the call. Spin the replay dial.
And here's Eldridge. Great little shot, taking her time, one dribble jumper. Great execution on her part.
Fouls on Hill, timeout taken, and it's at 30. We'll just keep it right here. We're locked up at 4-4, and boy, that band is something else. I do believe that was a chart buster from the 70s by either the Brecker brothers or, come on, Lauren, help me out.
I know it, but I'm too young to tell you the name.
Well, I love honesty. Okay. Defense will be critical tonight. Here's a sample from the junior center, Hudson.
Hudson has definitely made a presence in there, and I like when big bodies are banging. Her and Owens are going to be going at it all night, so hopefully she can get some more tips and deflections.
Owens snaps it in to Hall. Outside shooting, a miss this time. Fight for the board, and Marysville's got it after the miss by Donlin. Midway first, backcourt pressure. Handled.
And the Cougars are staying in this pressure here. It's giving her some trouble, but not stopping her to make a play.
How about that? Nice drive, draw, dish again by Canty Abdallah. So Hill with the basket, and we'll try to clean up a three-point play. Donlin, her first foul, she cannot clean it up, but she does have 5 of the 6. So Hall needs to get on track here for the Cougars. Their leading scorer at more than 18 points a game. And a drive was cut off and forced to travel for turnover number 2, each club with a pair of turnovers.
Capital Christian remaining in the pressure, seeing hopefully it can slow Canty down, but she's still controlling the pace as a veteran, coming back and getting the ball. Here's a steal by Owens, great athleticism.
A leak out, long lead, off target. The runner missed, and 3 Indians back for the defensive glass. Canty Abdullah down. 3-ball corner, pocket on the move.
And there she goes. They're going to try to find her every play. Hopefully the Cougars can find, maintain, and control her.
Another outside shot way off target, off the side of the board, but the Cougars will get to reload after the miss there by Donlin. Well, we told you a lot about Canty Abdullah, and money from the corner.
And she shot that with ease. You could tell that she has the ultimate green light. No pressure when you have the green light.
Substitution, Marysville, a pair. Hudson's going to sit down along with DeDios. And a clarification here at the official table. Don't know the nature of it yet. It'll be Cougar basketball. Far side inbound will come from Hall. 2:55 left in the first, and a 9-4 Marysville lead. A wake-up call for the host Cougars. Hall muscling inside, trying to find some daylight, and there's nothing there. A kick out, and Owens misses from short range.
Cougars
Rebound.
trying to get to the inside, but they just can't. Canty with the speed, though, down the other way.
Nice get pass there, but it draws a double team, a block and a steal taken there by the freshman. Donlin. 4 turnovers on Marysville, yet they lead by 5. Open daylight shooting way off target, air ball wide on the miss by Kling. Subs coming in, a pair for Capital Christian, number 12, Adia Williams, who started the ball game. Also coming on back in 24, starting point guard Cassidy Johnson.
See, no changes from the Cougars, and the Indians have been handling the pressure. It's more so just to slow Canty down because she's going a full blaze of steam to the basket.
Corner jumper missed this time, short. Good position, but the rebound yanked away by Williams, who speeds out of the pack and starts 4-on-2 transition for the Cougars.
And the Cougars have been pretty patient this first quarter of offense. They haven't forced it. They're just trying to get to the inside and use their advantage. Obviously, they got bigger bodies. You see Owens right there with the great drive, loses it.
Wow, tremendous tie-up right there. Give credit to Maria Gomez, 40, for the tie-up. And on the alternating possession, the Indians have it. Turnover number 4, both clubs with 4. So the subs for head coach Ike Prince are doing well off the bench for Marysville here in the opening quarter.
Definitely have been. They are showing the difference in being a team unit, working together. Can't you lose the ball right there?
Break up and steal, take it strong, a layup missed, but the follow blocked from behind. Wow, out of bounds to the Cougars, but Marysville is hustling despite the 5th turnover. Number 4 doing the badgering, Cassidy Elledge, the sophomore, averaging about 6 points a game.
Right now in the start of the game, it's about effort. Both teams giving maximum effort, give you a chance to be in the game. First quarter, that's what coaches want to see.
Back in Hudson, starting post for Marysville, taking a seat. Seldom starter Julia Hill, who's done well with 5 points. Open daylight shooting a long miss. Well off the mark. That one missed by plenty. What have we got? Out of bounds to the Indians.
Hudson was great around the rebound, just trying to secure it. Kind of lost it there, but she's doing a great job on defensive rebounds.
Cautious dribble up the floor, zigzag move. Canty working against Elledge. Shaky pass and another tie-up. This time it's going to go back to the Cougars. Turnover at Marysville. We've seen a number of those this evening.
Now, Marysville doesn't want to dig a hole for themselves in the turnover category. Understanding that the Cougars are at home, they are going to take advantage of any opportunity they get, so you got to take care of the basketball.
And even more paramount for the Cougars after losing to West Campus in their last game. They need to have a victory to stay in the race. A long miss. Williams off target, all glass. Break up on the outlet. And they're going to give the ball to the Cougars, but look like otherwise. Turnover number 7 on Marysville. However, they lead it by 5, 42 seconds to go in the first. Oh my word. Williams is going to get clipped for going through instead of around.
And there's Hudson again, just finding a way to be around the basketball, getting plays for her team, whether it's taking the charge. That's going to be important.
5 team fouls now on the Cougars. Just 1 against visiting Marysville as we see Canty Abdullah break the press. Inside bucket, missed at point blank range there. Long lead, Hall all alone, layup, got it.
Great finish by Hall. Here comes Canty Abdullah. Right back in the push.
13 seconds, she stops and pops for a 3 ball.
Finding that sweet spot is crucial for her. That was all net.
2 seconds, 1 second, Hall down! At the first quarter buzzer, Elena Hall, one of the big scores in school history. Let's turn our attention to Rick Stewart. He's got more.
All righty, let's take a look at the last outings for both these 2 teams, Capital Christian and for Marysville. First for Marysville, they lost at West Campus, 75-19. That was last Friday at West Campus. The Warriors toughed in 42-point first quarter, doomed to Marysville. Now, Capital Christian also lost to West Campus, the defending D4 champion, 69-41. The Warriors' big 3 were just too much for the young Cougars on the evening. Now let's take a quick look at the series history between these 2 teams. Now the Indians are on the schneid. This is the 28th meeting. Unfortunately, the Cougars lead the series 27-0. The closest call almost 2 years ago at Capital Christian right here. Capital Christian won 59-56, but the Indian sophomore Elisa Canty Abdullah scored 18 points as a sophomore. That's the closest of any of these 27 previous games. Will, Lauren, back to you. We got a lot of things to do tonight.
We do indeed. Thank you, Rick, as the buzzer brings the teams out for quarter number 2, and a good start for the visitors, and here's part of the reason why. Second 3 ball of the game for Canty Abdullah, and a total of 7 in the quarter. Marysville, first possession as we open the second. A double team, trouble, and a held ball tie-up. Possession arrow to the Cougars. I'm calling that turnover number 8 on Marysville as they substitute back on for the Indians. They're going to go back to Kayla Leedy, number 5, and stay in their 2-3 zone. Push it hard up the floor.
Now Hall came out in that last little bit of that quarter and scoring, so hopefully he's ready to shoot lights out starting this second quarter.
No hesitation. Boy, I'll tell you, that's a healthy appetite by Bridget Donlin. Marysville finally comes up with it in quick outlet. Canty Abdullah, push it 2-2, foul line J, back rim no. Hall boards it. Long lead.
Great
Cassidy
block.
Johnson tied up and stolen. We've seen about 6 of those, maybe more, so far in this game. A whistle and a foul as Hill swung her arms and caught Cassidy Johnson in the face. Spin the replay dial. Smothered right there.
And she's all over it. She did not want to give her a second chance to get that ball again. That was a great strip.
Wow, they called Johnson for the foul, who got the worst of that exchange. Foul number 2 on sophomore point guard Cassidy Johnson, who applies backcourt pressure on Canty Abdullah. Entry pass, poorly thrown and stolen. Turnover Marysville.
Marysville still not taking care of the basketball. Those turnovers in the first and second quarters are pivotal to your success at the end of the game.
Hall, a miss from deep range. Nice rebounding effort there by Hudson.
You can tell Hall has no hesitation. She's trying to open this rim up.
Okay, they break the press. Nice hands there as Owens rips it away and draws a foul on Canty Abdullah, her first.
And that wasn't a good foul by Canty Abdullah. She needs to be able to control her composure when she loses the ball and plays like that. Then she just picked up a bonehead foul.
Back into the ball game for the Cougars, number 4, sophomore Cassidy Elledge. Williams, here's Owens' pass, deflected away and tied up and stolen. Turnover Cougars, number 5. So a shaky opening for the host Cougars, who came in with a 7-8 mark, but 3-1 in the GEL. Wide open perimeter shooting, a long miss. One and done.
That was a great, strong rebound.
Williams, Hall, whistle and a travel.
Sure travel. You got to put that ball down before you pick that foot up. So everybody at home watching, remember that. Put the ball down before you pick that foot up.
Now full court pressure deployed here. And this looks a little more than token here with 5:35 early here in the second. And Marysville, despite the turnovers, doing a beautiful job on the road.
And that's contributed to the player with the ball right now, Kanti Abdullah. When you are the best player, you kind of can set the tone and kind of surprise teams with your play. And she's been impressive so far. You see her with the handle, kind of losing it, but she has been impressive and she's carrying her team as she should.
Deflected out by Hall, so the Indians get to keep it, but that was a flashy escape dribble there. Wow, Hudson bumped hard and dropped right in the paint. Perhaps Owens. So, Tamaya Owens now slipping into a bit of foul trouble here. Number 2 on the veteran post player. Early here in the second, Hudson, a miss.
Good rebound. Just needed her team around and help her on that one, but that was a great second chance rebound.
30-second timeout. And that means strike up the band if you're at Capital Christian, and you can hear this band just ripping it right now. We're 5:13, early second quarter, and certainly a road trip from Marysville, and the opponents being the Cougars has not been that daunting so far for Marysville. And let's just see exactly where these teams stand in the Golden Empire League.
In this game, even though it's early in the league, this game matters. It's pivotal for Marysville to get a win right now, bumps them up to the 2 and 3. And Capital Christian, for them to stay competitive where they're at, they're going to have to get a win tonight. You cannot lose to teams in the bottom. So it is important on both ends that they need to get a win tonight.
Well said. Yes, upper division team cannot afford losses to a second division club, especially when it's at home. So here's the baseline inbound to Dios. Flips it inside, and Hill has an uncontested layup. You know, she's had, as an emergency starter, she's got 7 points, 7 of their 14. Nice going, Julia.
Way to step up and be ready when coach calls your number. And she probably was in a good position. That was a great shot.
Dia Williams.
Dia Williams.
14-11 as the Cougars answer with 4:40 to go here, nearing midway second. A lively crowd tonight here at Capital Christian High School. Here on Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week. A tap away and a steal as Owens comes up with it.
That was good on-ball defense. Way to apply pressure and get that steal.
Elena Hall, take it strong, stop in the paint. Here's Owens, the trailer. A half hook, pops out, tough luck. Nice rebounding position by Hudson.
Proud of Marysville standing their ground on those drives by Capital Christian. Here's a shot in the corner.
To Dios, another miss. They're going to need that outside shooting, but she's playing with an injured shoulder. Hall, take it strong. Whistle and a foul. A block. 2 interior defenders. So it's going to be Julia Hill picking up another foul. Let's take a look at it.
And that was the play we were just referring to before, is Hall and Owens are coming down to full steam. And so trying to take a charge on that is going to be hard tonight. That was a good attempt. But again, when you see that train coming, sometimes it's better to just get out the way.
When you see that train coming. 2 for 2 for scoring leader Elena Hall. She's got 7 in the game, and the Cougars pull within
14-13 here, midway second. Token pressure applied on the defense by Cassidy Johnson against Canty Abdallah. Nice pass off the fingertips, though. A turnover. Gomez couldn't hold it. That's turnover number 11 on the Indians.
And you can see Canty Abdallah kind of getting a little tired here. Hall kind of getting their win. This is going to just be a battle of two scorers. It's going to be an exciting one.
A board buster. Follow-up shot missed by Cassidy Johnson. And again, I'm impressed with Hudson's rebounding. But we do have another quick hands tie-up. But the Indians have the arrow. Substitution Cougars. Going out Elledge, back on freshman wing Bridget Donlin. Nice inbound. Scoring leader Canty Abdallah here with 3:15 to go in the second. Slim 1-point Indians lead. Inside pass deflected away by the Cougars. Umpire Chris Christensen hands it over. Lob comes out. Julia Hill gets it there to Hudson. Corner jumper missed by Canty Abdallah. Here's transition by the Cougars, led by Hall. Well, I'll tell you, there is no conscience there by that freshman. Green light city, let it fly.
You can tell who's been playing and who's been working for their shots because they are letting it fly tonight, whether it's her or Hall. You can tell everybody's confident in their positions, and that's a great place to be early in the season.
Well, the four Cougars are packed into a zone while Cassidy Johnson's out on the perimeter defending. Deep J, down! Back rim, straight up and straight down for money.
She has no hesitation on the shot, and she has an amazing release. Her release is quick. There you see her on the defensive end diving for plays. She's making it happen tonight.
Cassidy Johnson, a shot and a miss. Rebounding again. Boy, Hudson has been a terror under the glass. 2:05 to go. Second period slipping away.
Now Johnson needs to play it safe here. She has 2 fouls, but that was great defense getting the turnover.
Line it up. Elena Hall for the 3-ball.
No hesitation. She's pulling it. And I think she took a step back on that one so she could pull it through.
Well, her 3-ball pulls the Cougars within 1. Her second 3, and there's a grab by Cassidy Johnson on Canty Abdallah's arm going by. So I've got 3 fouls on sophomore point guard Cassidy Johnson. However, it's Donlin that comes out, and we see re-entering.
And there goes Johnson.
Cassidy Elledge, now Johnson coming back out.
And that was smart. I was worried about it in the last play when she was on the ball. She had 2 fouls. She picked up one there. And they definitely need her for the defensive pressure. But there's Canty Abdallah, a name you're going to hear a lot tonight.
Well, she's off to a great start. 1 for 2. Williams hustles down the rebound. Transition. Take on 2 defenders. Lose the rock. Grabbed by Canty Abdallah. Start transition. 2 and 2. Angle away. Corner J. Short on the miss by Abby Pate. Follow-up also missed. Minute 13 to go, late second. Whistle and a foul committed by Abby Pate, her first. And just the 4th team foul on the visiting Indians. Non-shooting, Cougars to inbound, far side from Elena Hall. Substitution Indians back on Wendy Cifuentes. Taking a seat, Julia Hill.
I am impressed by Marysville with the foul count.
Williams, a corner miss. Flat foot rebounding results in another tie-up. Who's got the arrow? Capital Christian.
Great hustle right there.
So Cougars will inbound. Carissa Garza to put it in, baseline right. bounce it to the corner. Nice help out D by Hudson out in the corner.
Again, Marysville defense has been solid. Great
Wow.
and one by Elena Hall.
Boy, she took the foul.
She took more than a foul right there. She took the bucket along with her. That was a great and one play.
So Cifuentes with the foul. Hall cannot finish the three-point play. Wow, Hudson had the rebound ripped away. Hall's got it. Foul line jumper from the elbow, a miss. Out of bounds to Marysville. They had their chances. The last one there by Sienna Kling. 18-18 tie. 40 seconds to go in the half. Canty Abdallah into the front court. 35 seconds to go. Right corner, let it fly. Well short, tapped, grabbed. Hudson sticks it in off the right side glass.
Hudson finding any way to be around that basketball rim and getting it in there. That was a great putback.
Hall nearly banked it from three-ball range.
And there's Hudson again, finding a defensive rebound. Whether it's offensive end or defensive end, Hudson's there.
Big mistake on the outlet, but a miss. Hudson, her pass picked off, 3 seconds to go. Garza, and there's a buzzer ending the first half of play, and it was a dandy as visiting Marysville played up tonight on the road, and they hold a 2-point, 20-18 lead over host Capital Christian here in this Golden Empire League matchup. Have to give lots of credit to first-year head coach Ike Prince, but Rick Stewart will be visiting with our coaches here at the half, and he's going to start with Michael Shaw, assistant coach for Capital Christian. Rick?
All right, 2-point deficit at halftime. What'd you see out there, Coach?
We're not shooting the ball very well right now. We got to do a better job rebounding the ball. So right now, our shots are kind of flat. With no emotion right now with our team right now. We're missing Destiny Walker, one of our top players right now. And our emotional leadership is not here right now. So right now we're struggling.
It looks like Marysville's trying to slow down the tempo. Is that what I'm seeing?
A lot. And we're a fast break team. So if we don't fast break and speed up the tempo, we're going to have a long night.
All right, what's the one thing you're going to have to do in the second half, Coach?
Increase the tempo to more transition points and make some easy baskets.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. All right, we'll send it back upstairs to Will and Lauren.
Thank you very much, Rick. Appreciate it. We're at the half. We got a tight one here in the first half of our doubleheader. Don't wander off. Right now, Marysville by 2 over Capital Christian. Stay with us.
Maria, so how's work?
It was fourth period biology. Our students just weren't getting how easily viruses spread. So Miss Bell and I had them role play a zombie virus outbreak. By the time they had all learned the lesson, all the living were dead. Hey, how's your job going?
That big sales meeting I planned? Next year, I might get to go.
Cool. Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job.
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, Real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
We're back at halftime. Marysville leads Capital Christian 2018. It's a pleasure to have Destiny Walker with me, senior here at Capital Christian. Destiny, first and foremost, what did you think of the game you saw out there in the first half?
I think they're going great defense. They're getting some great defensive spots, but now we have to convert on offense and swing the ball and stay focused.
A lot slower pace than I might have or some people might have thought.
Yeah, we came out a little bit slow, but I'm pretty sure they're ready to, get a kick in the second half.
Well, it almost looks like Marysville's trying to slow it down, too.
They are trying to slow it down, but we just have to push the ball more, keep playing great defense, box out, get rebounds, and keep playing our game.
And we can talk about this in a minute, but with the injury to you have, that coach brought up several players from the JV team. Kind of hurt the JV team, but it's inexperience up here. Makes you even younger. Is that a factor?
Yeah, I mean, they're learning earlier. It's only going to make them better. For the seasons to come, they're young, but they're learning early, and there's only going to make them better at the end of the day. So
we're going to take a quick break here, and then I want to come back and talk to you about your senior year a little bit. We're going to come back after this break. It's 20-18. Marysville leads over Capital Christian. We'll be right back.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
All right, 2-point game at halftime, Marysville up. I'm here with Destiny Walker. You're here talking to me, which is not good for Capital Christian. What happened? A knee injury from what I heard, correct?
Yes, sir. I tore my ACL back in April playing AAU practice.
Okay, so that made Coach real happy. What's the prognosis? I mean, when do they expect you back, or when would you like to be back? Obviously, right now, but.
Yeah, I want to be back hopefully next month. The doctor's thinking next month, so, hopefully I can be back earlier than that. But, I'm working hard every day to get back on the court. And, if not this season, I'm getting strong for college.
Well, and that's good, too. Offers from college yet?
Not yet, but hoping.
They're sleeping yet. They're still in bed waiting on that. Now, how much of taking a player of your caliber out of the lineup, how much does that hurt the overall lineup? Obviously, it's a good system.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we don't have another, bigger player out there, to dominate, down low, rebounds. But, I think they're doing a great job holding it down. The chemistry's building, and, they're working extra hard. So I'm happy about that.
Well, as a double-double player that you've been for the last couple years as a starter, they need you back in the lineup. Thanks for spending some time with me. I appreciate the effort you put out there on the court, and thanks for taking some time with me.
Sir, thank you so much.
All right, thanks, Destiny. All right, 20-18. We'll send it back upstairs.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah. That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
All right, 2018, 2-point lead for Marysville. Marysville head coach with me right now. What'd you see in the first half?
I seen a lot of ball movement, a lot of back picks, a lot of pushing the pace. And right now we need to get back on defense and lock and load in on number 15 and number 35. So our halftime adjustments is to find 35 and 5-15 and get back on defense.
It looks like you're slowing the ball down. Is it conscious to slow down the game, or is it just the way it's gone?
No, the thing is to slow down the game, slow down the pace, keep the numbers low, and they're better our chances of winning.
What did you say? One thing you're going to have to do in the second half?
Move the ball on offense. Stop keeping it in our best player's hand. We need to play off her, but have her pass the ball and then cut and then get it back later in the possession.
Outstanding. Well, good luck in the second half, Coach.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for spending time. All right, Will, Lauren, 2-point lead. Back to you.
Just a 2-point lead, but it is a lead, and I imagine a lot of folks in the building a bit surprised to see visiting Marysville coming in with a 4-13 mark on top at the intermission.
They sure are. I bet Marysville is right where they want to be. They won the first half. Right now it's 0-0, and you got to win the second half of the ball game. This is 2 halves to the story, and they did their job the first half. Now both teams are going to make adjustments, and let's see what those adjustments are, Will.
Well, let's crunch a few numbers for you. Individual scoring. The scoring leaders for each team were excellent in the first half. Canty Abdallah, 11, and Elena Hall, 12 points. And boy, you can see what she's done in 4 years with Suzanne Baker's outfit. She's got 1,391 points, and you'll see by another graphic that she's in 3rd place all time, but after tonight or so, she'll be in 2nd place.
And that's very impressive. She's in that 3rd spot. Christina Thompson, who I got the privilege to play with, is in that 2nd spot, and she was a bowler. So that is very impressive. And, again, this is still early in the season. Like, 110 points to most players would be a lot to her. She's going to accomplish that before the second half.
So Marysville misses its first shot. Capital Christian misses on their end, but they're going to get the rock back. Owens will inbound for the Cougars from the corner. Just underway here in the 3rd. Happy to have you with us. Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Let it fly. Donlin. Another miss. Long. And a held ball tie-up. Owens, that time wrapped up again by the effective Julia Hill.
Now, Owens is a body down there. It goes right into the Cougars' play style. They have always had a physical player down there. See, Walker is out right now, but they've always had a physical presence in that key, and that is a testament to the program.
Well, a little mini discussion here involving game referee Grant Fleming and umpire Chris Christensen. Okay, so it's going to be a reset on the clock. 30 on the shot clock. 7:27 to go early here in the 3rd. Here's the Owens inbound. It goes to Hall. Cassidy Johnson now to Williams. Pretty good ball movement this time. Donlin to Owens. In the paint, Hall bumped, a miss, but a foul.
And Hall is finding any way to get to the basketball and put it in the rim. That was a great drive. Now she's going to the free throw line.
Hudson committed the foul, just her first, and that's a remarkable stat in itself considering how active she's been in the rebounding department.
Absolutely.
2 for 2 for Elena Hall. Picks up where she left off. She's got 14 in the game.
And again, you see these Cougars in just a delay backcourt pressure. Just to slow this one down right there. Great pass. pass.
A point-blank layup missed by Hill, who had earlier canned 3 shots just like that one. A 20-20 tie. Deep J, back rim, no. Another miss by Donlin. Poked away from Canty Abdallah. Out of bounds to the Indians. You can see the intensity's picked up here early in the third.
It has. The Cougars have made an automatic adjustment. Double team Canty Abdallah. Find out where she is. Have a body on her at all times. As you see, she got a shadow right now in Johnson. Hopefully Johnson can stay out of foul trouble. That was a great pass.
Hudson gets it to you-know-who, and Canty Abdallah knows what to do.
That was over 2 players.
22-20. Indians back on top by 2. Johnson, Clanker. Nice rebounding position again by Hudson. And they're going to call her for a travel after she gets decked from behind by Williams. Simply amazing.
And here's Canty Abdallah. She is impressive. Just a little hang time right over Owens. Counter for the bucket.
Substitution.
Now we see Hudson coming out right there. She's probably very upset about that play. She got Monster down there and ended up calling for a travel.
Wendy Cifuentes in to replace her. The inbound defended well. Kick out to Williams. A runner got it.
And that is a great piece of the women's basketball game that I'm liking. Everybody having the ability to put the floaters in the air and do a little fanciness with the basketball. That was a great one right there by Williams.
22-22 at the 6-minute mark, early third. Delighted to have you with us on a Friday night here for Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. The first of 2 tonight. Corner J missed by DeDios. One and done. Here comes Williams. Scattered floor to the middle to Hall. Swiped at and fouled going through the key.
Here's Williams again with the drive. Just a little floater over the top. And that's helping players prevent those charges. I know she is happy that got in. That was a soft touch.
Leedy the foul. Owens the inbound. Here's Williams left open in the corner. Long on the J. Nice job by Julia Hill. The outlet's poked away. And we got a held ball. Arrow belongs to Marysville, so the Indians dodge a turnover there. Nice scrapping by Natalia DeDios. She'll inbound.
Again, you see, and now a little adjustment by Coach here, picking up the pressure a little bit more because nothing is stopping her. That was a great tip by Johnson.
And
great
off
effort.
The hand, it was deflected by Johnson. Oh, they're going to give it back to the Indians. My.
In some way, they're going to have to try to set a screen to get Canty Abdallah. That was a turnover. Great job by Hall. Great pass.
Cassidy Johnson. Off the turnover. More trouble. Indians need to get a press break going here.
Great job by Hall getting the dish to Johnson, finding her point guard and rewarding her.
Williams takes the inbound. We're at the 5:05, still early third, but the Cougars have gained the lead now, and a poor pass by Owens for a Cougars turnover. Well, first-year head coach Ike Prince doing a whale of a job with the Indians. Looks can be deceiving, and that's the case for their 3-14 record coming in. And there you see the outstanding head coach of Capital Christian, Suzanne Baker. 355 career wins and a couple of section titles recently.
And tonight, we're seeing a great coaching show out. Once by Coach Prince. He is doing an amazing job. I know he has Coach Baker over here kind of scratching her head, and Coach Baker doing what she's always done in making whatever she has on the court work and putting a great front court. So I'm proud of both of these teams and the coaching schemes that's going on today.
On the point, Canty Abdallah, feed the cutter. DeDios has her shot blocked.
Hall doing it all. Hall is doing it all tonight.
Well, and about a 5-inch height advantage there helped her some, but Indians retain possession. 4.5 to go. Hill missed. Rebound Williams. Sprints out of the pack. 2-on-none. Take it herself. Missed.
Canty Abdallah right there to get some type of distraction there, and she hustles and gets the play.
Wow. Bump foul, probably Williams. So, referee Grant Fleming spotted it correctly. Another look.
And Canty Abdallah just trying to find a way to thread the needle right there. Williams gives her a bump in transition.
2 fouls now on Williams, and back to pick up the ball and dribble through. Canty Abdallah. Feed low, kick out, free up. A shot blocked on the perimeter. Nice D by Leedy.
That was great on-ball defense to get a tip on the shot. Way to just have a hand up in her face. Here's Hall for the 3.
Tapped around. Cougar rebound by Owens. Miss off the left side glass. Marysville's got the rock.
Great hustle by Owens. Owens is definitely stepping up on the defensive presence and trying to just fill up some space and grab attention so Hall can get an opportunity to find the gaps and score.
Again, the speed merchant, Canty Abdallah. Her lead pass to Cifuentes bobbled, who then fouls Owens.
Here again, just trying to have a hand up. Way to tip that through the screen and still get a block. That was great effort.
Substitutions, it comes 3.5 to go. Flip side, quarter number 3. Cougars by 2 in a tight one. Williams, the runner, tapped out by the Cougars. So the Indians will have their 3rd chance to tie the score, trailing by 2. The previous 2, of course, unable to hit. DiDio's trapped, tripled, tapped out, but the Indians keep it. 2 subs in for Marysville. Hudson back, joined by Maria Gomez.
You're seeing all different types of defensive adjustments right here to slow down one player. The Cougars have put up their front forward, and Marysville has to find a way to beat this pressure. There's another steal for the Cougars.
Hall, foul line jump shot was easy money. Turnover results in a bucket, but a whistle on the upcourt push.
And here is why she's competing for the scoring title here at this school. She got to stop and pop in her game, and that was a great flick of the wrist.
.305 to go. Cougars' largest lead. Here's a corner J, missed by Canty Abdallah. Up the floor push. A bump on the run. And Serena Kling will be at the stripe.
That was a great find by Hall in transition. Right to put the ball on the ground and get it up the court because they do want to play faster. They have played faster in this 3rd quarter.
Steady at the stripe, in and out and in on number 1 by Kling. Let's take a look at that last play.
And here's Kling. Way to just do her job getting there in that layup. Taking the body by Hudson.
Missed the second, but it's kept alive. Return shot missed and tapped out of bounds to the Cougars. This is a key stretch of the game right now. Largest lead of 5, but it's been just a 2-point production by Marysville in this quarter.
And that's accredited to the Cougars' defensive adjustment that they've made. They've switched it up on defense, and they are playing at a faster pace on the offensive end. So credit to Coach Baker for making the adjustment at halftime.
Barreling in for the Cougars, Carissa Garza draws a foul. So Gomez is whistled for the foul for Marysville. Places Garza at the stripe, trying to increase on a 5-point lead, and she hits number 1.
And here you see again, just put your head down, get to the rim, and everybody swiping at her right there. Way to get to the line.
2 for 2, those were big points. 29-22, the key stretch in the game. A 9-0 run, and here's a deflection and steal. Elledge has the turnover steal and draws a foul.
That was great defense by Elledge, but Canty Abdallah, that was just a frustration foul.
Well, let's join our friend Rick Stewart. He's got more for us. Rick?
Alrighty, it's not just basketball here. There's a fundraiser here going on, and right now I'm with the designated spokesman. Who are you?
I'm Kaylee Wren. I'm a junior, and I play third and catcher.
All right, and how did the softball team do last year?
We did all right. It was a little rough towards the beginning, but we pulled out in the end.
Now, the fundraising here, what's that going to do?
It's going to raise money for team gear and any equipment that we need.
Outstanding. Now, you're going to be here for both the boys' game as well, too.
Oh, yes. We'll be here all games.
All right. We may check in later and see how the fundraising is going. Thanks for spending a minute with me.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks a lot. Back to you guys.
Hey, thanks, Rick. 2:18 to go. Hall in heavy traffic, surrounded, whistle. What's the call?
I think we got a timeout.
Full timeout called by Marysville. We need clarification on the call. We're getting it right now. But let's step back. We're going to take a breath. Don't wander off. Lots more to come.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Back to action, another Marysville turnover. Cougars forcing the action, another miss by Elledge, a miss by Williams on the follow-up, a rebound scramble. One player hits the deck and Elledge comes up with it and feeds Williams. 3-second violation and a Cougar turnover.
Coach Prince is not happy right now with how his team is handling the press. He's trying to make an adjustment right now and get some players in. But he definitely needs more help in beating this press.
Up the floor, Canty Abdallah, feed the corner. To Dios, they're going to need some scoring out of her. She's a 3-ball gunner, but blank so far, and a travel and a turnover called against Hudson.
Changed the pivot foot right there. But that came from the Cougar pressure. Cougars have definitely turned up the pressure in this second half. They understand they are on home court. They need a win. And it's not helping with Marysville 19 turnovers.
Still, Indians in the game, down by 8. Trying to survive a 10-0 run here in the third. Williams, the runner is good.
She's got that soft touch in the middle. That was another great floater by Williams.
10-point Cougar lead, 32-22, 1:13 left. Late third, up the floor, a bump by Owens and a foul on the Cougar post. I've got 3 on Tamaya Owens.
And that's one of those fouls coaches kind of are okay with, understanding you got your big man in the back. She's just trying to give effort, and that was a great effort. Just got short called on the foul.
Canty Abdallah standing dribble near midcourt with less than a minute to go here in the third. 10-point deficit. She drives it, blocked. Wow, Hudson on the offensive glass. That was big.
And they needed that bucket right there by Hudson. Hudson's going to have to find more opportunities to put the ball back when Canty Abdallah misses.
Baseline drive, Elledge puts it home.
That was a strong finish around the basket by Eldridge.
Back to a 10-point lead. Long pass picked off. Turnover Marysville. Owens with the steal. She gets a return pass. Now Elledge, one dribble up for a J. All glass, no good. She follows, rebounds. Follow-up shot missed short. Gets it back. Williams down.
Cougars giving that second effort. The Cougars have went in the locker room and turned up their energy for sure. Not only on the defensive end, but on the offensive end as well.
Good try there by Canty Abdallah. But we have played 3. And the host Cougars have turned things around. And after 3, they lead it 36-24. 12-point cushion. Let's rejoin Rick Stewart.
It's a pleasure to be here and listen to the band, Papa.
It's a blast, isn't it? Great atmosphere. Got 2 games tonight, varsity, girls and boys. Going to play for both of them. About 60 songs we'll play all night.
Outstanding. I noticed you're as loud a cheerleader as anybody in the building.
Well, I love basketball. My kids went to college and played ball, and I love basketball.
All right, second half, the second game, boys halftime. You spend a couple of minutes talking about the music program here?
Sure, I'd love to.
All right,
Appreciate
sounds good. Thanks, Papa.
Guys.
Oh, thanks, Papa. All right, Will, Lauren, back to you.
All right, Mr. Stewart. Yes, this band is just tremendous. It's a show all by itself. Thanks, Pop. So the Cougars rebound from a 2-point halftime deficit to take a 12-point lead after 3.
And it suits perfect. You got a team coming out with a lot of energy, and you got a band pumping them up. I know at games like this, fans, players, they love to see the band. It definitely changes the energy, and it is an advantage to the home team because most teams are not used to playing with the band at the games. So when you have the band here, that is always advantage point home team.
Baseline miss by Hill. Hall's got the rock up the floor casually. 36-24, Cougars by a dozen after being locked up in the first half by a scrappy Marysville ball club.
Now, Coach Baker has made a key adjustment right here. She's moved Hall to the point so she can kind of facilitate and do more of what she does best, and that's playmaking. So with her at the point, you get a little different looks, you get a little more opportunities, and then you have a better player making the decisions at the point position.
The rebounding foul by Owens, her 4th. She'll come out of the game back in. That would be I should say Carissa Garza.
But on the Marysville end, they're just having difficulty getting into this press, and a lot of it is just getting Canty Abdallah the ball. They haven't found one person to either throw it long to her or be strong enough to deal with the pressure to get the ball to her, and there you see a turnover and result of it.
Elledge pushes up the right side. Marysville back on D here at the 7:05. First minute of the 4th period. Cougars trying to pull away and lock this one down. They lead it by 12. Here's Hall, spin inside, whistle, and a foul on Hall.
And Hall just got a little out of control right there. When you're a bigger guard, that is kind of your go-to move, that hook, and sometimes you get fouled for the offensive there. But that was a great attempt just to get in the offense. Here you see Marysville trying to handle the pressure. Cougars kind of backing off.
Up the floor, picked off by Garza. Another turnover by the Indians. Elledge into heavy defense, a miss. Williams has her follow-up blocked. Nice rebounding effort there, but it's a steal on the outlet. Elledge slapped and fouled by Hudson.
And I'm just impressed tonight by the Cougars finding opportunities and the ways to get to the basketball. Like they're getting a second chance effort, losing the ball, but then coming back getting a steal, or they're diving for the ball for a loose play. So they're finding all the intangibles to win the game, and you can see it in their effort.
So at the stripe, sophomore Cassidy Elledge steadies and drops number 1, and she's having a good ball game off the bench.
Elledge has definitely stepped up right here in the second half, just finding the intangibles, whether it's getting an offensive rebound or making free throws at the free throw line. She has definitely been impressive and a help to the Hall force that we've been seeing tonight.
Backcourt trouble, Hall defending, but it's picked up by Canty Abdallah.
And again, another turnover, and these are just frustration turnovers. She's trying to find somebody to get the ball or want the ball right now. And here you go, you see a timeout. Coach Prince is definitely going to have to calm his team down and settle in. The game is not out of reach by no stretch of imagination.
It's a full timeout, but we're going to keep it right here as we see right there. First-year head coach Ike Prince trying to pull his ball club back into the game here early in the fourth. Well, we've got something coming your way right after this event. Another main event. Marysville Capital Christian boys squaring off. Capital Christian again with a superpower team that has already held the #1 position in the B rankings. And that should be an enjoyable ball game for our viewers. Capital Christian has a number of top guns.
Capital Christian has always been impressive, whether it's on the girls' side or boys' side, and they are showing the show tonight, so I can't wait to see that.
Cassidy Johnson up the floor. Belt high dribble goes on the right side to Elledge. Here, still with better than 6 minutes to go in the fourth. Garza has had some nice production defensively and rebounding. Meantime, a miss by Cassidy Johnson. Marysville has the rock, pulled down by Maria Gomez.
Now, something different here. The Cougars take off the pressure on that rebound right there. But now they're in a 1-2-2 setup.
Another corner miss on the long three by DeDios. Garza again with the rock. Feed low. Cassidy Johnson whirls and fires, a wild miss, and Julie Hill rebounds for the Indians. They're going to need something this time down the floor, and they're going to need some stops and conversions to climb back in.
And they need to find a way to get a bucket. Great second effort.
DeDios, another miss. They needed that one. Hall, a nice job keeping the dribble here to prevent the traveling turnover. Feed low, Johnson undefended, wiggle inside, a miss, but a whistle and a foul spotted by Chris Christensen.
Johnson took the foul there, just a little clothesline.
Third foul on Julia Hill. Johnson, good on #1.
Great find by Hall, and then Johnson just takes the one dribble and gets whacked right there. Great drive to the rim and way to get to the free throw line.
.459, still early here in the fourth, but the Cougars creeping away as she drops a couple free throws, and they surge to their biggest lead of 15. 39-24, turnover on the inbound. Cassidy Johnson pull-up jumper missed. Put back Williams, a miss. Out of bounds to the Cougars.
It's been a complete team effort by the Cougars tonight. Everybody popping in the statistical categories, giving second chance efforts, diving on the floor.
Okay, Marysville up the floor. They need to convert some shots here every time down if they're going to get back in this one. A pick off on the run. It's Hall stretching out. Got it.
Great left hand by Hall.
Lead pass wide open. Canty Abdallah. Well, there's the scoring leaders we previously mentioned. Hall entering tonight's game just a wee bit behind Christina Thompson. The inevitability factor is on 100% of taking over that #2 spot. That is quite a career of scoring.
That is very impressive. People do not get into the 1,000-point club, let alone almost push to the 1,500-point club. So she has done some scoring in this last 4 years for the Cougars.
Whistle and a foul on the Cougars. And they're going to signal Williams. Her third. 9th team foul on Marysville. That was the 7th on the Cougars. So bonus free throwing upcoming here for Cifuentes. And she clunks the front end. No bonus. Rebound taken by Williams.
And here's the Cougars going in fast pace. Williams just kind of slows it down a little bit so they can reset.
Cassidy Johnson to Elena Hall. Wheel inside and a kick out. Sophomore Elledge finds Hall off target on that jumper. Nice scrap there by Owens to retain possession.
Cougars are finding every opportunity to get their hands on the ball, and it's leading to wide open shots. You see them right there hustling after the play. Even if it's going out, that second chance effort is going to pay off in the long run. They're doing a better job on the effort shot.
Okay, casual dribble up the floor. 3:39 to go. 4th period. Canty Abdallah maneuvers around Cassidy Johnson.
And Canty Abdallah has been bottled up this second half. She is a very impressive player with the handle, but the Cougars have used a team effort in slowing her down and stopping her, and it's been successful tonight.
Well, they knew what they had to do. Their work was cut out for them. We knew that the boxing one and some other varieties were going to be thrown at her, and frankly, that's what they need to do to emerge victorious, and they pulled it off in the second half.
Shot clock violation, and that was great defense.
Well, 41-26. Williams to Hall at the 3:05. Cougars doing a nice job massaging the clock and still getting a good look, and Hall banks it home off the glass.
Hall is just so impressive with her ability to score. She can score inside, she can score outside. She's doing everything that Coach Baker wants, and now you see why she's in that 3rd place for scoring. She can do it all in any place of the court.
Well, she's got 20 in my book. Williams fires the shot, blocked, but it's going to be a foul on Hall, and Canty Abdallah will shoot 3. Number 3 on Elena Hall. And another 4-year varsity player at the stripe, missing short on the first of 3.
And she is probably beyond tired at this point. Legs a little short on that free throw. She has done everything beyond measure and everything you want as a player to grow and develop in your program. You see here with the 10 points to 12, the 16, and now her senior year at 25.5. That's impressive, period, in high school. Scoring 25 points a game shows you that she can put the ball in the hoop, and that's what she did right there on that free throw when she converted.
Well, 25 turnovers by the Indians, too much to overcome, but they've had their bright spots tonight, and we see a whistle and a foul in the key as, again, the Cougars go to Hall.
Marysville definitely came out impressive tonight and showed that they maybe need to make some tweaks in their game plan, but they came out strong, and that's what you want. You want a strong effort. Here's Hall at the free throw line, and she can just score in bundles.
1 out of 2, 21 for the game, but lost out of bounds, and the Cougars will have it with a cozy lead of 44-28 and just 2:25 to go. Timeout on the court here late in the 4th, and it's a 30-second called by Coach Suzanne Baker, and I imagine she had some well-chosen words at the intermission when they went in at the break, trailing 20-18.
She definitely understands what her team is doing here. Coach is a seasoned vet. She's working hard on making adjustments. When you lose a player in ACL, you can see right now this win is going to bump them up to 4-1 in league, which is important right now. And it's just to stay afloat. Till you get the opportunity to play Dixon and you get an opportunity to play West Campus again, your job is to stay afloat. And Coach Baker is doing an amazing job tonight with adjustments around an ACL injury. Having an ACL injury is probably one of the hardest injuries in basketball for girls, and her team has definitely bounced back and rallied around that Walker spirit.
Well, you saw the miss by Hall, but the Owens rebound kept things alive, and she drew a foul on that follow-up from Julia Hill, number 4. So Hall really racking up opportunities late in the game here, and Owens trying to do the same but cannot connect on number 1.
Owens is short on that free throw right there, but she has been around the boards, whether it's offensively or defensively. She's been doing the intangibles on the rebounding, and there you see her putting in one.
1 out of 2, her first point of the game. 45-28, comfortable lead for the hosts. And walking dribble cautiously up the floor. Canty Abdallah working against the sophomore Cassidy Johnson. Gets a screen. Feed low, Hill bobbles and travels.
And you see Capital Christian's defensive adjustment. They're not in the box and one there, but they're just keeping her, somebody on her everywhere she goes. So there's a man in every area of the court that she may go to.
26th turnover of the evening. Williams, meantime, blows past the defense of DeDios and into the front court with less than 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Loose ball. Look at that hustle by Canty Abdallah. Williams into a crowd, has it blocked by Hill, but here's Hall. Gets inside, splits the D, misses off the glass. Spin the replay dial. No, not a replay. It's a face in the crowd, and we know those two. You're looking at first-year head coach for Capital Christian on the left, McCall Woolman, and to the right, Phil Oates, former head coach of the Cougars. He'll be joining us in calling game number 2 tonight, the second half of our twin bill, the boys varsity Marysville Capital Christian.
And it's always a privilege when you have such a dynasty here and a great program here at Capital Christian, when you have opportunity where the old coach and the new coach can be united, be on the same page, and kind of just know the people here, learn the camaraderie here. That's a great help when you're a first-year coach.
Wonderful feed, Hall to Owens for the bucket. And the Cougars continue to stretch out, now leading it up 21 at 49-28. Final minute of this game. Let it fly. DeDios, another miss. Out of bounds to the Cougars. Back on, freshman gunner. Freshman gunner for the Capital Christian Ball Club, Bridget Donlin. 40 seconds to go up the floor. Cassidy Johnson, the sophomore point guard, working with fellow soph Adia Williams. Down the slot, off-balance runner missed. Hill with the board. 25 seconds left to Dios. Baseballs ahead to Canty Abdallah. Feed the cutter Hill. High pass, deflected and lost. Owens has the rock. Another turnover on Marysville. 10 seconds. I think they ought to just go ahead and sit on this.
And they are stalling right now, kind of in a dribble out. Great game by both teams.
And this one is in the book. Credit the visiting Marysville Indians for a game performance on the road, and credit the host Suzanne Baker-led Cougars for pulling things together and surging big in the second half, and it results in a 49-28 victory for the Capital Christian Cougars. And you see here on the court a sportsmanship line. Opposing clubs giving some skin.
And this always was the best part of the game for me, Will. Just acknowledging the players and what they did on the court, whether it's win, lose, or draw. It's always great to give homage or pay respect to the players that balled out.
Well, we have selected our players of the game, filled out our ballots, submitted them, and here's what we've got. For the visiting Marysville Indians, senior gunner Eliza Canty Abdallah, who had a big game, finished with 17 points, but multiple defenders are on her all night. And for the host Cougars, in another big effort, leading scorer Elena Hall, creeping closer to second place on the all-time scoring list. 12 at the half, 11 in the second half, give her 23 for the game. Outstanding performances by those two senior scorers. That's the way it shakes out in the first of two here on Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. The girls' game, Capital Christian winning it 49-28. Therefore, this verdict is in, it is official, and that's the way the arithmetic shakes out. Therefore, it's necessary for us to extend our appreciation to the Capital Christian High School administration, particularly to athletic director and head girls coach Suzanne Baker for the cooperation and assistance with our broadcast arrangements for this television production. The Hometown Sports Game of the Week is a special sports presentation of Access Sacramento in association with Play-by-Play Sports Productions. For Lauren Goodman, Rick Stewart, Game Director Ronisi Harris, I'm Will James. We thank you for joining us for this telecast and encourage you to stick around because we got another one coming at you right around the corner. But in the first one, final score 49-28, Capital Christian over Marysville. We'll be right back.
This program from Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week is available for purchase on DVD. For more information, call Access Sacramento, 916-456-8600, extension 0. This has been a Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast from Access Sacramento. This program is funded in part by a grant from the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission.